Hello everyone. Ever since Vince has officially confirmed that Piggy from Roblox is officially joining Monsters and Mortals, I'm so tempting to check this game out. So today's video will be about dissecting Roblox Piggy. After going through the storyline, we will start the speculation for Piggy DLC and discuss about what to expect from this DLC. Without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into what is Piggy. Piggy was originally a small mini-game that merged the idea of Peppa Pig show and Granny game in order to make a Peppa Pig horror genre. As you can see, each of the character is very similar to Peppa Pig characters. So Monsters and Mortals will officially have a Peppa Pig in a horror fashion crossing over. However, this mini-game has evolved over the time and slowly turning into a horror game that is trending in the Roblox industry within a short period. Over time, the story and plot of this game has become richer. Roblox Piggy contain of 2 seasons already, which is known as Book 1 and Book 2. Each book is similar to Dark Deception fashion that we've known. Because each book contained 12 chapters, each of the chapter offer different location with different enemies. This game is basically Granny. You have to find items to solve the puzzle in order to escape the location. However, each chapters will reward you with the continuity of the plot to make the player wanting to play more in order to find out what happened next. In 2021, the 15th of October, Piggy franchise had made a huge step up and created the game Piggy Hunt in Steam as a free-to-play game. Feel free to check that game out. So now, let's jump straight into Book 1, then we will do Book 2. You are a police officer looking for a missing child named Georgie Piggy. The chapter starts with you exiting your car, ready to enter the house of Piggy family, the place where Georgie was last seen. But then you are hit by Piggy and got kidnapped inside the house. Basically, this level is in the house and the Piggy of this level is Penny Piggy. She is the mascot of this game. Piggy is basically an infected, so it's a similar concept to zombies, and over the time the Piggy lore has evolved into a zombie apocalypse plot. After you escaped, you are heading back to the police station and look for help. When you arrive at the station, your coworker, Doggy, reports via loudspeaker that a monster is in the station, and that everyone should evacuate to the garage. The location of this level is police station with the Piggy of this level as Mother Piggy. After bringing Doggy gas to fuel the car, the player and Doggy escape together with the car. Soon, the car runs out of gas in the middle of the city, whereupon Mother, Father, and Sheepy surround the car. You and Doggy run into the gallery for shelter and seal the building, only to soon realize that Father entered as well. In this chapter, Doggy can knock the infected out for 20 seconds if he is given a bone. The location of this level is in the gallery, while the Piggy of this level is the Father Piggy. After escaping, the player and Doggy travel into the forest. "4 weeks have passed in the forest. You take a nap while suddenly you are awakened by a bark. Doggy is infected together with infected Sheepy that followed you. So the Piggy of this level is Sheepy and Doggy. The location of this level is at the forest. After escaping the forest, you find a walkie-talkie. Apparently the person from the other side is Mr. P, a famous celebrity, who asks the player to save his friend from the school and meet him in the sewers afterward. The Piggy of this level is the teacher, while the location take place in the school. The friend that Mr. P mentioned is Bunny. Bunny is able to knock teacher out with a carrot. When the player and Bunny finally make it to the sewers, the player finally meet Mr. P, but the player fall unconscious soon after. The player are being taken to the hospital. The player is then awake in the hospital, and Bunny said that Mr. P is going to help in escaping with his helicopter. The hospital is the location of this level with Dr. Barry as the Piggy of this stage. The player finally reach the rooftop and discover that Mr. P has already left with his helicopter, and the duo decide to go through metro instead. Bunny says that she doesn't feel too well, leaving her crossbow to the player in order to stun the infected with carrots found around the map. The location of this map is the metro, while the Piggy of this level is Zompiggy. To be honest with you, Zompiggy is my favorite monster of all Piggy. Her design is unique and her chase theme is lit. Take a listen. In the end of the chapter, Bunny reveals that she drank the potion that Mr. P gave her and that she will soon turn infected. Bunny is left to fight off the monster. Rip Bunny. The player enter the carnival in a search for Mr. P. This level have two Piggy being Clowny and Foxy. At the end, instead of Mr. P, the player find two survivors being Pony and Zizzy. They then take you to their safe place. In order to get to their safe place, the trio need to get through the city. While you are fixing the gate, you are attacked by the infected duo called Ellie and Grandmother. After fixing the gate, a dark figure is seen behind the dumpster and runs away. The player and Zizzy go to check it out while Pony stays behind at the safe place. The duo follow the dark figure until the mall. In this chapter, you are attacked by Robbie and also an infected Piggy named Mousy that is patrolling the vent. When the door is finally opened, the duo finds out that the dark figure was Georgie, who is still alive, hiding from the infected. Together, the trio head toward the safe place. In the safe place, there are several survivors. Z and Zuzi are Zizzy's younger sisters, as well as Giraffe and Mimi. Pony then says he managed to track down Mr. P's helicopter signal, and this chapter ends with Pony, Zizzy and the player set out to find Mr. P. They tracked the helicopter signal to a military outpost. The outpost is infested with infected soldiers, and you are being chased by an infected by the name of Torture. At the end, the player get ready to go into the power plant, but find out Georgie followed as well. He also unintentionally attracted many infected soldiers. Pony and Zizzy stay behind to fight a crowd of the infected soldiers who have gathered. The player and Georgie go into the plant and find Mr. P, who is a cyborg now. This chapter is a prequel to the events of Mal, and you also play as Georgie. This chapter happened in a distorted version of his home while being chased by Memory. Memory is also one of the greatest design throughout Piggy Book 1. However, later Georgie wakes up in a mall. It was all just a dream. Which then lead to the event in Chapter 10, Mall Level. Moving back to the story, the player and Georgie continue to chase Mr. P into his power plant. This level is in the plant. You will be chased by Mr. P and Badgie. Depending on how you play, there is a good ending, a bad ending, or you can get the true ending. This is all for Book 1 summary. I will be doing Book 2 for Part 2, and the speculation for the map, monsters, mortals, traps and boss will be in Part 3 of my video. Stay tuned everyone.